The higher you climb, the quieter the world becomes. But inside your mind, the noise only intensifies. When your daily routine involves high-stakes decisions where a single choice can shift millions of dollars, impact lives, or alter the course of an entire organization, stress changes its form. It's no longer just a feeling of being busy. It becomes a constant, invisible pressure, a heavy gravity that you carry into every room, every meeting, and eventually into your sleep. Most people believe that survival in these environments requires thicker skin or longer hours. But those who sustain peak performance for decades know a different truth. It is not about enduring the storm. It is about protecting the internal sanctuary from which your clarity comes. Today, we explore the architecture of an unshakable mindset, not through abstract philosophy, but through the precise daily rituals of those who thrive under absolute pressure. Welcome to a space for your mind to recalibrate. Let us begin by addressing the greatest illusion of the modern executive and professional life: the myth of constant cognitive availability. When the demands on your intellect are non-stop, the instinct is to keep your mind operating at maximum capacity from the moment you wake up until the moment you close your eyes. We treat our minds like a resource that can be endlessly drained. But cognitive fatigue doesn't always show up as exhaustion. It shows up as a slight delay in your intuition, a subtle blur in your strategic vision, a sudden preference for the safe choice rather than the brilliant one. In high-stress professions, your primary asset is not your time. It is your judgment. And clean, sharp judgment requires psychological distance. Think of the elite surgeons, the top-tier litigators, the fund managers who command the market. Their brilliance does not come from reacting to every single stimulus in real time. It comes from their ability to step back, isolate the core problem, and see the matrix clearly while everyone else is panicking. To build an unshakable mindset, you must first transition from a reactive state to an intentional state. This requires a structural boundary, a ritualistic separation between the world's chaos and your inner clarity. The first critical ritual happens in the first 20 minutes of your day. We call this the cognitive isolation protocol. Before the world commands your attention, before the weight of your responsibilities floods your consciousness, there must be a period of absolute stillness. This is not merely relaxation, it is a deliberate calibration of your nervous system. When you wake up, your brain is transitioning from deep rest to alertness. If you immediately expose your mind to incoming demands, you surrender your day to reactivity. You are playing defense before you've even stepped onto the field. Instead, create a morning ritual rooted in somatic grounding and mental framing. Spend 10 minutes in absolute silence. Breathe with intention, lengthening your exhalations to signal to your nervous system that despite the massive responsibilities ahead, you are safe, stable, and in control. During this time, ask yourself one question. What is the singular needle-moving reality I must anchor myself to today? This shields your mind. It ensures that when you enter the high-pressure environment later, you are operating from a place of deep internal stability, rather than being pushed around by external turbulence. However, a strong morning is not enough to survive a relentless afternoon. Stress accumulates exponentially. If you do not actively discharge it throughout the day, it compounds, leading to what psychologists call decision fatigue. By 3 p.m., after hours of continuous focus, negotiation, or crisis management, your brain's prefrontal cortex begins to deplete. This is when mistakes happen. This is when the pressure feels suffocating. The antidote is the micro reset. Between high-stakes blocks of work, you must implement a strict 3-minute transition ritual. Close your eyes. Drop your shoulders. Let go of the narrative of the meeting that just ended. Do not immediately move to the next file or the next crisis. Practicing this intentional pause creates a psychological clean slate. It prevents the residual stress of a difficult morning from bleeding into an important afternoon decision. You learn to close one chapter completely before opening the next. This is how you maintain a pristine mental environment, ensuring that your 10th decision of the day is just as precise and unclouded as your first. True scale, expanding your life, your career, and your impact is never just an outward expansion. It is fundamentally an inward deepening. The elite professionals who survive and dominate high-stress fields are not superhumans who feel no pressure. They are simply individuals who respect their mental ecosystem. They understand that an unshakable mindset is built brick by brick, ritual by ritual, through the quiet choices made when no one else is watching. Protect your stillness. Guard your judgment. Remember that the ultimate luxury and the ultimate competitive advantage in a chaotic world is a calm, clear mind. If this perspective brought a moment of clarity to your day, consider subscribing to this space. We dedicate this channel to exploring the deep, quiet strategies behind sustainable excellence and high-level performance. Leave a reflection below on how you protect your mental clarity during your most demanding weeks. Until next time, stay grounded. Keep your vision clear and move with intention.